and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, I get ready to told ya that you better be running. I'm in my goal.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Washington football team. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Ball carrier. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down now. It's Gibson, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. The ball carrier. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On 3rd down. Gibson, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He would give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Gibson, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They run the counter. Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up around the 31. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Throwing here to start the drive. He said connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wentz going to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown, Otto. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
The 3-yard line.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take the first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
It's the score, Lions 7. Washington.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He sets to fire deep. And it's intercepted. Hooked, and he fouled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Wentz now on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
38-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for DeAndre Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing is Wentz. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. yards.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Your Lions 7, Washington nothing.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Leads to second and goal.
They'll run here with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Open man is Galladay, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Dropped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moore. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington football team. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. At the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. Smith. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it in. Bobby Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Wentz now to throw. Knocked away. It's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wentz to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
At the 49-yard line.
This is Swift on the counter. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On second down, Swift. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Swift. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. The catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14-yard line. Wentz to throw again. In the air, now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep your defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Smith on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this one's high, but not very far. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a give, right side. Gibson. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A gain of 20. First down, Washington.
First down. It's Gibson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a give, right side. Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On third down, it's Gibson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately.
Things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But now it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Marvin Jones. It's a gain of 9.
Again, it's Wentz. Flushed out right.
35-yard line.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wentz, he's going to try and keep this. He's trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. The Lions will use their first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in second quarter. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On first down, Gibson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll get this one up to the 26. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Third and 2, Smith. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted to practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. When you come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Quick throw complete. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Washington 10, Lions 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I said go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
It's now second and
Ball
10.
on the 30 as they come up, second and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is taken in, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Lions 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Wentz going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
37-yard line.
To throw is Smith. Pressure pressure. He's brought down. Romeo Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Third and long, it's Smith. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out to the back?
I don't think there's any way you can run back out of it. Totally didn't affect me. It's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Smith. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And the Washington first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Jamie Collins able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Smith now throwing on third and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Wentz. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Left side completion to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be out at around the 45-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 19. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on first down. Swift. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Swift, the ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
from midfield. Here's Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Smith. That'll be taken in by Anderson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Washington on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Complete.
17 yards that time and a Washington first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And some room to work. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Laura brought him down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On 3rd down, Gibson. This one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And you know it pains them to be this close, and you know they're going to want to go for it here, but they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
Kick is good.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Wentz. And he cannot hold the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. On 1st down, it's Smith. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 8-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 34.
It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
Let's go!
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running is Swift. Across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Wentz. He'll get this one to Galladay. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wentz to throw. He's caught inside the 5. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Swift. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line.
Short of the goal line.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Wentz is going to keep it. They will run it with Swift here. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score? score.
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Lions 28, Washington 21. To kick off for Detroit.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete in the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Safety.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Detroit, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Washington, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.